Hello and welcome to Cardboard Conversations. With us today we have Niek, and we're going to talk about the second coming of Siege at the Core, so Siege at the Core 2. So welcome, Niek.
Thank you. Thanks for having me
Thank you so
again.
much for coming. Yeah. Well, I thought we would just talk a bit about what is Siege at the Core, and then the awesome event that I was very fortunate to participate in, that was Siege at the Core 1. And then afterwards, we'll spoil a bit about what's going to happen with Siege at the Core 2. Niek, what's the idea and philosophy behind Siege at the Core?
Well, yeah, it all started because we had to find a name quickly for our Discord, which is Sources at the Core. And then Christoph actually bought the rights of the River of Flame. And so he made that playmat. That's how it all started. We were like, wow, this is so impressive.
Yeah.
Let's do something with it. And then we said, okay, let's organize a bigger tournament, a European tournament. And I think at that time, it was only in Paris. I think they did a constructed tournament with our good friends there. So shout out to them. And I think you guys then organized Askenros, but that was it. In Europe, and we decided, okay, we in Brussels, we have a good community growing, etc., and we are reaching all the other Discords, etc. So let's organize a big European tournament, and that's what we did.
And it was a great tournament. So you had artists, you had Pietro, who's a sorcery ultraist, and you had like a really awesome venue, and we had some really good days. How did you feel afterwards? What were like the good takeaways from the event?
I think first I had to recover for a couple of days because we did like a 13-hour stream, which was the first. But yeah, first of all, it felt amazing because all the feedback we got was very positive. So we had 44 players. And the main event was a constructed one. It was also, the timing was after Spiel Essen, where Arthur Legends was released. So we were like in, I think, 5 weeks into Arthur Legends. So the whole meta was new, the creative decks, etc. So that was all very fun. And it was also very interesting to stream all of this. So very good memories. So the takeaways is I think I'm very proud on the event location, which is an old paper mill. And it's really a beautiful venue. It's actually a venue that is rented out for premier luxury events. So we're very happy. And you were there, so we had 2 floors, and we divided it. That we had the game area where only the players were for doing the tournament, and then the floor above was for the social activity and get some food, etc., interact with others. But there was a big hole also between the 2 floors, so you were still always connected with what's happening. So I don't think there is a better place to do such an event.
I have to say it was definitely like one of the best events of any card game that I have tried. And it was also just like people were really excited. There was definitely a really good vibe, and there was a lot of fun and hanging out on the Friday before the event as well. So it was really cool. Are there anything that you're like thinking, oh, we're going to change that up for the next time?
Yeah, so the next time, Siege at the Core 2 will be held on 28 and 29 of November, but a little spoiler, it will also be on the 30th of November because we decided to extend it to a 3rd day. So that means instead of having one main event on Saturday, which is constructed, we will still have that. And last year we did like a casual event on Friday, but actually 35, 36 people showed up and we were expecting 12. So that was a bit, we had to be creative and it was a bit chaotic. So we will do this time right. We will really treat it as the main event. So there will be enough space. All the food and catering will be available. Last year, that was a bit chaotic. So we will do that right. And then on Sunday, we will also have a sealed event. If everything works out, normally Gothic should be available. That means that we will have a Gothic sealed and we will have Gothic the impact on the constructed day.
Oh, but that's also like a perfect timing for it, because then you have a little bit of time to work around Gothic, and hopefully it'll be out, and then it'll be fun to see how the actual tournament shapes up with the addition of all the Gothic cards, for sure.
Yeah, very much. And, bigger deck sizes, the addition of the collection. Oh, it's going to be very exciting.
Very. And I think also what we will do different. So the stream, I think the stream was very fun to do, but it was also the first time we did it. So we had a bit of issues with reflection of the table, and we also had some issues with the sound and the recording of the sound. So we will all do a bit better. Because in the end, that is the legacy that you leave behind. So if you haven't seen it, the Siege 1, the whole tournament, is still available on Twitch.
We will be sure to link it down below in the description so people can go check out the gameplay and the live stream. But I have to say, I think also it was like one of the best organized events. I mean, there was food, there was drink, amazing venue. You also had, you could buy this really cool, awesome River of Flame playmat, and there was just like really catered to everyone to make sure that it would be a great event. Are there anything that you would like to do different in terms of like maybe adding some seal play or anything like that? Because I think there was also some on-demand draft last time, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, perhaps I'm just focusing on the things that could improve, but these are the minor things. Like all the rest, I think everything was on point. I mean, also thanks to you, Sophie, for doing the interviews. We had also Ilfikur, who made the puzzles that we could share. There was a shop that we had the artists there that you can personally interact with enough time. There were drafts that are available. We also had a big screen so people could sit in the lounge, have a drink, talk to each other, follow the stream. So all of this we will bring back, of course. So we'll definitely keep everything that worked really well. And honestly, I've been doing events for a long time, and I had like a full schedule. And on the left was the whole schedule of the stream. On the right was the whole schedule of the live tournament. And we had different people with different responsibility. And I think until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, everything was still on the minute timed correctly, which honestly I didn't expect. So yes, all the volunteers, they all did an amazing job. And we also, so shout out to our judges in America also who were standby. So yeah, that was all well organized.
It's also great that you were able to have some artists come, because that's also a part of the sorcery experience. People are so excited about the art, and last time it was Vincent Pompetti, and there was Celine, and we also had Pietro. What is it shaping up to look like this year? Are you still going to have artists?
Yeah, for sure. So Vincent was so very nice to again create our visual for the Siege at the Court 2, which I fell in love with, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. And so Vincent will be there for sure. We will also auction off that artwork as we did last year. Then we have Pietro as well. So in regards to prizes, I don't know if people remember, but we had the first 4 prizes got an altar core, which I think was amazing. Very proud of it. And so Pietro will work on some altars again as prizes. I will not spoil anything else, but that is already in the making. And then we have 2 other sorcery artists. One is now 100% locked in. I will not spoil that yet. That is coming for the next weeks. The only thing I can say is that that person, we tried to interact for the first Siege, actually, but then it was impossible due to very busy schedules. So we are now very happy that this is actually a year in the making to have that artist with us, and both sides are very excited about this. And then the third artist is like 80% confirmed. There are some details we still have to sort out, but I can say that it would not be easy for me to ever meet this person. So I'm very, very excited. And so yeah, follow us, the Discord and the social channels. They will be revealed when the time is right.
Very exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Also because there was like a lot of space for the artists to hang out and have some products with them. You could buy prints. There was also some people who actually got like an artist proof card made while they were there.
Yep.
So there was a lot of opportunity to hang out with the other players, but also with the artists. And as I was there the first time, I can't recommend it highly enough. It was really, really a great event and so smoothly run. So definitely agree with you need to keep a lot of things because it worked so well the first time.
Yeah, now it's just the players, so it's open. The registration is already open because we now shifted to that third day to have a sealed event. I was not able to share the prices yet, so all of this is coming in the next week, and then the registration will become official.
I will be sure to add it. So if you're watching this a bit later on, there will probably be a link down below, so you can just click right on there and figure out if you're coming and which days. So
Yeah.
will people be able to buy like an entire weekend ticket and tickets for like the individual days?
Yeah, that's exactly what now we just have to sort out a little bit. So yes, there will be a package. Also for the people coming abroad, like last year, there is like a hotel that we work together with affordable prices, I would say. I also heard, so it's like really a 10-minute walk from the event.
Yeah, so easy.
And I heard also like all the players are staying there. So I heard that in the evening, it was also very nice to meet in the evening or in the morning. So that will definitely all be in place. So the tournaments will be separate. So there will be prizes for each tournament. We will not do an overall winner of the weekend because some people will not be able to attend all 3 days. But of course, we will keep track who is doing well in the 3 days. It was all a bit inspired by Sorcery Fest. Ron and Richard did an amazing job. So also there, we do what really works and what works well.
So if Gothic is there, it would be very cool to see who's going to make it out in the meta and what new avatars we're getting. Are you getting excited for Gothic yourself?
Oh, 100%. I think we are all hungry, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm still completely perplexed how interesting Sorcery still is with the meta. And of course, perhaps it's cheating. Like if you just change the rules, then the whole meta has to shift. But I guess it's all for the good. So all of this also gets like some cards have got a buff, etc. So that always changes. But I think we are ready to expand. Like if I think of Pathfinder just having 30 different sides of one element, so at least you have that option. That would be nice instead of having to add some extra cards in your deck just because there's no other option. So I think Gothic is a very welcome addition. I think personally, RTL Legends was amazing and really well crafted, smart. But it was only the 220 cards, which is no critique, but that has an impact. So now that I hear that Gothic is a major set, it will really have a very positive impact.
Just from one of the recent announcements, we found out that it's going to be the biggest set, so even bigger than Alpha and Beta, which means that's a massive amount of cards. And that will also be especially fun to play with because the meta will in no way be figured out already. So there's really a lot of creativity and possibly a lot of fun decks to play against, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I hope. And when we reviewed the decks of last year, actually there was some kind of Steam Druid already. So some people really figured it out very quickly. And then some other things like we had also an Achimago final, but people didn't know how. I mean, we knew it was strong, but it was not as clear as it is today because now everything has been 1,000 times tested. So I think that's also the charm of our tournament, that we are still in that creative search process. So yeah, happy to see crazy dynamics and new things for sure. Yeah.
So Niek, I also know that you run a really successful Discord. And in that Discord, there's a lot of opportunity to practice. So you get a lot of time to play before Siege at the Core too. So what kind of activities do you have in the Discord?
Yeah, so our Discord Sources at the Core is built on 3 pillars. It is learn, play, and connect. So if you're new to the game, just join. We'll help you set up in your sorcery adventure. We teach you how to play on TTS if you want to play online. I understand that we all love to sit at the table, but if you want to get your games in, it's nice to have the online experience. And then the Discord is really about limited play. So we offer a weekly draft, and we offer one for Europe and one for US. So on Tuesday evening it is for Europe, and on Wednesday it is for the US, run by Forimago. And then we always run 2 or 3 leagues, monthly leagues. So they run from the first day into the last day of the month. One is sealed. So basically, you get 6 random boosters, can make your deck, and just play for a month with it without any obligation. It's like if you want to play, you can. We always have a constructed league, which is basically any game that you play constructed. You can just add to the league, and then sometimes we run a third one, which is a bit more fun. Like we had like a singleton, or we had a two-headed dragon also, which was also very fun to do. So these are all opportunities for players. If you need support for rules, etc., of course, there's a official Curious rules question, but we also have a local version. And we also changed the Discord a bit, that now we have a core for each country. So people can also interact in their own language. So we had people from Portugal looking for people, and we just try to direct everybody in the right direction.
That's really cool. And also just like a great way to get to know some people before Siege at the Core. You can meet up, get a lot of gameplay, really get your gameplay in tune before you're ready to compete at the event. And also, I think we should also just remember to say where the event is held, because it was a great place and very easy to get to, no matter where you are in Europe or in the US, if you feel like coming.
Just a short flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Siege at the Core will be held in Brussels, in Belgium, the center of Europe, the core. But also, by accident, our venue location is literally 10 kilometers from the airport itself. So if you would consider coming to Belgium, be aware there are 2 airports. One is far away, one is at the center. So it's really the one of Zaventem in Brussels that you need. But so it's super easy. If you come by plane or even by train, because that is not that far, the commute is actually very, very simple and doable.
I remember I went to the airport, then I went on the shuttle bus to the agreed upon hotel, and that was like so quick, and then you could just walk back and forth to the venue every day. So that's really nice, especially if you're going to a lot of events. It's great that the event and the hotel and everything is super close by, so you're spending the most time just playing and having fun and not on transport.
Yeah, and I think that the prices of the hotel is very reasonable. So it's also not crazy expensive, which sometimes happen, like with Spiel, everything is sold out and the prices are expensive. So that's a bit lucky for us.
Anything else information-wise we should get out there to the people who are wanting to join?
I just got so much positive feedback, and I think everybody who was there last week will, unless they have a very good reason, come back. The only downside is, so we were hoping to have it listed as a crossroad event, but unfortunately, Eric Curiosity is just over their heads. So we are hoping for next year to make that happen. So this year, unfortunately, that is not. But still, we have all the ingredients to make this a very big, very successful event. We still have room for more or less 200 players. I don't think we will reach that far this year, but if you have any interest, we will welcome you with open arms, and we will give you one of the best sorcery experiences you had. That is what we are set out to do. And just join the Discord if you have any questions, or reach out to YouTube, and we'll just help you as best as we can.
That sounds awesome. I am looking forward to joining you this year as well, because it was precisely a really, really great event. And again, that awesome community spirit in sorcery was really awesome. So I am looking forward to joining again, and I highly recommend that you out there do that as well. And there will be a link down below to more information about the event. So Niek, thank you so much for coming. It was really great seeing you again, and hopefully we will see each other soon out there playing sorcery as well.
Thank you very much.